Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everybody. How's it going tonight?
Amen.
Doing well.
Alright, so I will be bringing you guys the Jets of Time Randomizer for Chrono Trigger. Super excited to show this one off. Yeah, we have a sweet community, as I see some people coming in, Super Saint C. So this is an open world randomizer for Chrono Trigger. So time is going to start once I select my battle mode here. I'll kind of explain just as we're going. We have about a 2-minute cutscene-ish thing right away. But we can get going in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, good luck.
So we get 2 random characters to start with. We actually got 2 pretty good ones here. We have Magus and Robo. So both of these characters are notable because we don't have to go to the end of time to unlock magic for them. They can just learn all of their skills as we go. Robo is one of the best physical attackers in the game. Magus is one of the best magic attackers in the game. Magus also starts with some very good equipment, including one of the best accessories in the entire game as well, which is the amulet, which protects against every status effect. So to start off, we'll have access to 680 and 1080. First thing I like to do, we have a couple dungeons available to us. First thing I like to do is go shopping, pick up some consumables, see if we can find better weapons for our party members. Ether's exactly what I want to find. I'm gonna buy a bunch of those. Question in chat from Rai. Jets of Time does in fact have an Emo Tracker extension. And it is Auto Tracker compatible. So the first key item check we're going to do here is we're going to go to the snail stop here, where you get Jerky in the vanilla game. He will sell a random item here. Actually, maybe shouldn't spend my money on Robo's Ribbon, since it isn't a progression key item, but it is a very good accessory for Robo. The next key item we can get right away is if we talk to the carpenter over here, who has had a little too much soda, and then go talk to his wife. We will get what is tools in the vanilla game. It'll give us another key item here. So you get 2 free-ish key item checks right away. One costs 9k gold, 10k gold. Got a Moonstone. That is also not progression. And another thing we can do is there's some chests we can get at the beginning. But there's also some tabs laying around in the world, and speed tabs being the best among them. Speed is a very, very, very busted stat in this game. So a lot of people will run around and get a couple tabs at the beginning of the game, do some shopping before going into any dungeons. And then since I got Magus, I'm gonna do some menuing here. Set up our battle speeds. Because we're gonna take, since we got Magus, we can take this fight in the market here. Normally this Omnichrone on the right is a little bit of a tough enemy to kill. But Magus has such a great weapon to start with, and you can take advantage of the way the RNG rolls at the start of the seed to guarantee some crits and some dodges, which lets you get through this fight. This fight will get both our party members up to level 5, and in the case of Robo, he'll learn his first tech, because it is exactly enough tech points. One of the key features of this randomizer, that's one of the standard flags, is the tech order list is randomized. So, like, for example, there Robo got Cure Beam first instead of, I think it's Rocket Punch. So we're gonna go to Xenon Bridge to set up a trigger for the event there when we go to the castle. Then we're gonna go into the cathedral, which is our first dungeon. Once we kill the Nagaets here, we'll get our third character. This is where one of the character locations is. And then after, if we go through and beat the cathedral, we will then have access to a fourth character in Guardia Castle, where you'd normally get Marley in the vanilla game. So unfortunately we don't have any AoE magic here, but thankfully we have Magus who can one-shot these Nagaets, because his starting weapon is so good. Ideally you have a character who can learn a AoE tech right away, then you can get through that fight very quickly. Oh, and we have Luca. So, Luca is the best mage in the game, hands down. She does the most damage, and the other notable thing, for people familiar with the vanilla speedrun, this is the Omega Flare party, which is one of the most powerful triple techs in the game. So I might keep an eye out for the rock to enable that. So we're gonna go through, open some chests, skip some encounters that we don't need to take. We are going to take the encounter in this room. This is an optional encounter, but it gives you a, I don't think I got anything super great here. Hit ring's a little bit better. Magus is going to learn, oh yeah, since we are, a new version just released, you might be wondering what that skill Anti-Life is on Magus's tech list. So currently for the randomizer, they changed the black hole tech, which is awful, and can lead to soft locks in a bunch of places against a bunch of enemies. And they turned it into a non-elemental single target tech that has the power of a Prism Specs boosted dark matter. The caveat is that it kills Magus in order to use it. But it's interesting because it gives him a single target tech where he previously didn't have one, and gives him a nice non-elemental option. There are some more chests to the right here of the cathedral, as I missed the save point here. I did not get any... Didn't get any shelters, but that's fine. We'll just use a couple ethers here, get some MP back. We did get a very nice first ability, or second ability for Robo. He got his best single target damage skill in Uzi Punch. So late game you will see that hitting for 8 to 1,000, depending on what accessories and what weapons we end up finding for him. Yeah, Uzi Punch is used a ton in the vanilla speedrun. It did have its MP cost raised for the randomizer, I believe it was. because it was a little too good. Because it is just an absolutely disgusting skill. I also realized I haven't mentioned what that Robo's ribbon that I picked up and equipped Robo with. So in the vanilla game, you get Robo's ribbon after a side quest at the end of the game from another robot, and it gives Robo a permanent +2 speed boost and 10 magic defense. But in the randomizer, what they did instead is you have the sight scope effect, where you get to see non-boss enemies' HP, which is whatever. It gives auto barrier, which is insane. And then, most importantly, it gives the sunshades effect, which is 25% boosted damage from Robo. And yeah, speed does cap at 16 in this game, so yes, +2 is a huge boost. Which is why a lot of times you'll see people kind of go a little bit out of their way for speed tabs, which is why I always go and grab that one behind that gravestone at the beginning. Let's see, I did not equip Luca with her gun, which is a mistake, but with Robo having Uzi Punch, this fight should be over pretty quick. Yeah, 400 damage already at the beginning of the game with his worst weapon is already insane damage. So Yakra here has about 90. About 900 HP. So we'll be able to 2-round him here. No, tabs are not randomized. So knowing where the tabs are is very nice. On the new version, there is a flag that makes every single treasure chest a tab, which is as hilarious as you think it is. Okay, Luca learned Mega Bomb. That's a very good, very, very good ability. It's her second strongest tech. So, I could have made the decision to not go through, like, getting Luca at the beginning of the cathedral. I could have made the decision to not go through here at all, the entire dungeon, but there are a couple checks that are gated by characters, so it can be useful to go through, plus you get a bunch of experience.
In the background. Oh, sorry. Wrong chat.
Wow, I actually walked past that trigger. Okay. Okay, so Isla is the third character that doesn't need magic unlocked at the end of time. But we are probably not going to use her at the moment. Actually, when I get a chance, I'll probably check what tech she started with. Because if she started with triple kick, she's going to be better than Magus, as much as I love Magus. So we're actually going to go... Actually, I don't need to use a shelter. Just need a save. Since I'm in the menu... roll kick, rock throw... She is going to be better than Magus right now. So the reason I saved there is going down and talking to the chef. It's going to start the Xenon Bridge sequence. Which is a series of 2 forced fights and then a boss fight. But he also gives a key item here. But if the key item's not good or not progression, sometimes like we'll reset out. Bent hilts. I'll keep that in mind for later. So I've brought up progression a couple times here and not actually explained how we beat this game, which I can go through now. Actually, Magus will be good. Since I'm going through Heckman's Cave, I'll actually switch back to Magus, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So like I said, we start with access to 680 and 1080 unlocked. In order to access the future, you need to find the pendant somewhere and go through the trial. In 1000 AD, go beat the dragon tank, then you'll go to the future. In order to get to prehistory, you have to get the gate key and go through the closet in the imp's house in Medina Village. That will also get you access to the end of time and magic on most characters. In order to beat the game, there are 3 ways to go through to beat the game. Don't have good AoE here yet. Luca does have Mega Bomb for the Gin Bottle, though. So in order to go through the Ocean Palace and fight Lavos, there are 2 ways to get there. One is to get the Bent Hilt and the Broken Sword, forge them together to make the Masamune, and go through Magus's castle, which will bring you to the Dark Ages, and now in the newest version, unlock the door to the Ocean Palace. The other way to get to the Ocean Palace is to go get the Gate Key and the Dreamstone to be able to go through Tyranno Lair in prehistory to get to the Dark Ages. If you go that route, you also need the Ruby Knife to unlock the door to get to the Ocean Palace. Both those cases, you go through the Ocean Palace and you fight Lavos at the end. Instead of it being an unwinnable Lavos fight, it is the final boss. With all 3 forms. We're going to do an encounter skip here by just casually walking left at the bottom of the staircase. Ooh, Tabbenheld is great. And then to go through the Black Omen, you need the pendant for access to the future. I don't think attacks do that much. Yeah, we're gonna have to run from this fight, which is fine. Since we're on wait, we're gonna abuse the fact that your run gauge fills while in a menu, so the ATB isn't ticking. Tabbenhelm was actually a great pickup. Tabben Suit would be, or Tabben Vest would be fantastic, because that gives speed to Luca. But yeah, to get through the Black Omen, you need the pendant for access to the future. You need the clone and the Chrono Trigger in order to go through Death Peak. Can I get all of these with the Mega Bomb? I can. And then you'll go through Death Peak, which will summon the Black Omen. And then you go through the Black Omen and fight Zeal 2. In vanilla, beating Zeal 2 would then have you fight Lavos right away. However, we are using a flag. The standard race flags have a flag that makes Zeal 2 a final boss, instead of just another boss in a huge gauntlet. Which helps balance the go modes a bit. We did end up finding out that the Black Omen was a little too easy and a little shorter once everyone was actually used to all the encounter skips and how to fight the bosses. So I believe this version did buff a couple of the bosses in the Black Omen. which I agree with. It was more and more people. Okay, so Magus just learned Dark Matter, which is his strongest tech. So the reason I brought Magus in here, if you aren't familiar with the way the vanilla game fully functions, if you learn an ability from a battle, from getting tech points, you actually get those tech points again. So if you set it up correctly, and depending what techs Magus rolls, you can actually end up getting about 5 techs deep on Magus's tech tree, because you get so many tech points here. So Robo is going to just be on Ether and then healing duty in this fight, because unfortunately Hecaran only takes damage from magic. So that is one of the downsides here. Oh, that's rude. Double Cyclones Magus. This could actually get kind of ugly. Now Luca's in HP range to die to a Cyclone as well. Okay, we have a little counterattack break here, though. Whoop, that is the wrong person to Ether. I want to Ether Luca here. So yeah, if we tried to attack Hecaran there, he would have countered with an AoE water spell, which would have been very bad. And there we go. Pretty easy fight. Ooh, Black Vest drop is very good. It's a decent armor. Half Absorbed Shadow, which can be a very useful absorption on some of the late game bosses. So we're starting to run out of the item checks at the beginning of the game that don't require specific characters. Oh boy, we have Prism Shard and the Prism Shard and the Moonstone. That's wonderful. So it looks like we're actually gonna have to go to the desert here. Actually buy a couple shelters here. There's some guaranteed shelters from Melchior at the fair. Oh, we have a decent amount of revives, so we'll just pick up some more shelters. See if we can find any mid-ethers here. It's one of the big consumables that you want. Pick up some heals. Yeah, so this game has all kind of the dungeons and stuff, but it's not going to have any of the story from the vanilla game. It might kind of ruin who the final bosses and stuff are, but I don't know. It's up to you. What do I want to do with my speed tabs here? Okay, I think we're gonna have Robo. Probably gonna have Robo and Luca in the party the whole time here. Alright, so this is good. This is actually the first of one of our character locked checks here. So you can actually come in here even without Robo. But to get the reward from the check here, you need to have Robo talk to Fiona. This is actually going to be a tricky boss fight because we don't have access to ice magic currently, or water magic. Okay. Never mind. This battle's going to be easy. So if I didn't check my tech list and see that I was going to get Ice 2 and 1 tech point, the boss here, Retinite, has very, very high physical evade and takes no damage from any other elements. With Ice 2, however, or any water magic, it will make it so that he will not be able to dodge, which means that all of our Uzi punches are going to connect and do a ton of damage, and we just got a Megaton arm. Yeah, so this fight just went from a little scary to super free. So we know we're gonna get some sort of progression here. The question is, are we going to get access to another era? Or are we basically going to get a go mode? It is hard to tell. Actually, it has to be another era, because we have to be able to get every key item. So yeah, you can see just the Megaton arm is already making us do... We went from, what, 400 damage to now 800. Probably didn't need to Uzi punch here, but we're just gonna do it to be safe. Make sure he dies. We'll see if we can get kill the core here to get extra experience and tech points. Sweet, we got a bunch of extra tech points, which is super good. Okay, Mermaid Cap is a super good helmet. Cuts water damage by half and has good physical defense. Alright, got another Tabin Helm, which we don't need. Alright, now that we've cleared out the boss, we can actually get all of these chests without having to worry about. Encounters. Well, don't forget to talk to Fiona. Actually, we could still get the bent. I just realized we could still get the bent sword here, because that would also unlock Mount Woe in 12,000 BC. And then this is a really good shop here. Guarantees Lapis. Ooh, red nail. Gonna sell some stuff to get a red nail in case I'm going to the future here. Alright, and here's something you'll never see in vanilla, which is Robo pulling Robo here. Alright, so Jets of Time is an open world Chrono Trigger randomizer, which gives you the epoch, the winged epoch at the start of the game, with access to... Okay, we got the pendant, so that was a good call. So you have to go and find key items spread out. Yeah, we're... Actually, Luca... Oh yeah, Luca doesn't have magic. There's no point in sending her. So yeah, the first person in your party is the one that goes into the trial. You want to send someone who can do 100 damage to the guards, so you can kill them in one turn. And yes, Pendant has access to the future, 2300 AD. Oh yeah, absolutely Super Saiyan.
Might need a mod to ask, or like to allow you past Moobot or whatever, but yeah, just hit us up.
Oh yeah, I might need to be permitted. Yeah, good call, good call. But yeah, so once we get to the future, we will have access to a few more checks. And then, since we are the standard race flags, which we're using, also has the early pendant flag, which means instead of having to go to the Mammon Machine in the Kingdom of Zeal in 12,000 BC, right when we get to the future, our pendant will be charged, and we'll be able to open up sealed doors and chests. Alright, guards didn't drop anything. I always keep an eye out for that. Just casually skip these shields. Apparently permitting. Oh, it still didn't get through one of the filters. That's kind of funny.
Hey, I do want to remind everybody that we are raising money for Save the Children, which is an organization that helps to prevent children from dying from preventable diseases, of which 15,000 children die before their 5th birthday from. So if you do have anything that you can spare as far as any sort of monetary donation, even $1 can provide 4 children with treatment against pneumonia, which is a life-threatening disease. So we really appreciate it, and would super love any donations that you can provide. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely donate to such a good cause like that. It's incredible how far even a little money goes sometimes. Yeah, so we have one more encounter here. And then we have we'll meet up with the rest of our party and fight the dragon tank. Then we'll have access to some great loot, a couple very easy checks, and then potentially a very long check. We'll see what we get from the first two, though. So with this party, Dragon Tank should go down very quickly. Like, if I had Flare, it definitely would. Was that Dragon Tank sprite just doubled up there? Like, when it rolled in? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But I can already just see the power of dark matter. Didn't one-shot both of the pieces, but we're gonna one-round this dragon tank because it's a pretty early game boss, and we have access to some of the best techs in the game right now. It's casually one-rounding boss, Blackmail, Kaiser Arm, both fantastic. Although I have the Megaton Arm already, so the best thing would be to get the... I'll skip that chest. I was gonna go for it, but... Skip it. But you get the Terra Arm, which is Robo's best weapon. Yeah, I'll double check Kaiser Arm. I still love that face the Chancellor makes when you go through that portal. One of the best things ever. Yeah, so you'll see the pendant will start glowing here right when we get to the future. Which means we can immediately just go into these, open these sealed doors, and get some very high tier chests. Sight Cap's great, Full Ether's great, Lapis is one of the better healing items in the game. Gonna go right down here, we have another shop and another sealed door. Lapis for sale here as well. That's good to know. We're definitely going to check who is in Proto Dome. Ooh, Mega Blast. It's one of Luca's best weapons. Not that she'll be attacking with it very often, but there are cases that you will want to. So there's an argument to be made to go through the factory first to unlock magic, because Flare for Luca is very, very, very good. But she does have Mega Bomb, which is good enough for the most part. We're going to check this shop, and we're going to go through a very, very quick fight and dungeon here. Buy a couple shelters, we have heals.
We did get a $10 donation from our homie Two Worlds, and he comments, "Much love to NASA and all the homies. An excellent event and even more excellent cause. GG everyone, and greetings from."
Alright, so this is another example of an early game boss that will go down very, very quickly to our end game techs. I should have equipped the Mega Blast on Luca, because this is a case where she would need to be attacking, because Guardian is immune to fire. Oh well, he'll still go down very quick. Only has 2,500-ish HP. Especially since we have Robo with a good weapon and Uzi Punch, a Sunshade's effect. He'll go down, yeah, very, very quickly here. So we'll have a chest in this next room. Hyper Ether Swallow. Well, if we get Chrono, he's going to have a +3 speed sword, which is one of his best swords in the game. It's not one of the most powerful attack damage, like attack power-wise, but again, speed is just such a broken stat that 3 speed is absolutely huge. Plus, Chrono already starts with 12 speed base. Plus a bandana, so if you... Oh, I accidentally mashed too fast. We get to listen to this again. There we go. He'll have maxed out speed right away, which is absolutely absurd. Alright, so we're gonna grab this chest. Wait for these rats. See if we can dodge these bugs. Okay, that wasn't that bad of a pattern. So yeah, this is a really interesting dungeon because the boss is immediately, and then you have all this other stuff to run around and do. You can actually clip through that robot's hitbox, which is hilarious. We're gonna go over here, the sealed room. Oh yeah, there's some fantastic enemy names here. Okay, power tab, magic seal. Hey, speed tab in a chest, and a rainbow. There we go. If we get Chrono, we have his best weapon. Just, you know, just lying around in a chest. No big deal, right? Thankfully, we don't have to go... Ah, okay. That's a cute place to... Okay, found where we put the tournament winners. That's a really cute place to put it. I like it. So those three names were the top three of the first tournament we had for Jets of Time. Alright, skip the bugs. See if we get rat skip on the way out. Oh yeah. Alright, what key item do we get here? We get a ruby knife. Alright, so we have or know where parts to several different go modes are. It is just a matter of finding the other parts to them. Alright, so we're gonna go and do the Son of Sun check. Because it is really... Well, I already got the... I'm gonna actually save in case. I only have one... Wait, what am I doing? I have a ruby vest. Magus has... Magus has high enough magic defense, he should be fine. Actually, no, Robo has more HP. So Son of Sun, if you're not familiar, is a puzzle boss. One of 4 puzzle bosses in the game, actually. One nice thing that the randomizer did is it took out one of the 5 flames. So only one of these flames will damage the center. So we have to figure out which one it is. Thankfully, it doesn't matter if you miss or how much damage you deal. You just have to attack it. I menued it correctly. But, so all that Son of Sun does, for the most part, is use fire elemental attacks. So if you have things that reduce the damage you take from it, or absorb it, this fight is very free. Yeah, if you attack the middle of Son of Sun, yes, you will take, or you will invoke a flare counter. But if you have the elemental armor, we're actually gonna have to heal, because I didn't find the flame fast enough here. And then all you have to do is attack the correct flame 10 times. Yeah, so the ideal is to be able to get the 10 attacks in before it gets to roulette shuffle again. Well, bye, Robo. Please don't kill Maggots. Okay. I have not actually been counting my hits like I should have been, but should be almost dead here. At least at 8. Yep, there it is. Okay. Can I get the revive off before he dies? Yes, I can. Cool. So that's one thing with party member being dead. He actually tells you he dies before dying on his next turn. Blue Mail, Rainbow Helm. I mean, those are both good. Alright. What does he have? Gate key. Awesome. That gives us access to... easier access to End of Time, and access to prehistory. We are going to... oh, that's the wrong... that's the wrong dome. We want to go here. Proto Dome. So we're going to check the character here. So if it's Marley, we will for sure pick her up, because we have the Prism Shard, which is one of the other character-gated checks. Alright, you can actually skip this encounter if you just walk past them. Oh, hey, it is Marley. So that'll let us go and do... the Prism Shard quest line. Yeah, that cutscene is fantastic if you don't have, or for anyone besides Robo, getting Robo there. Because it still has all the sparks and everything. Alright, so we are going to go and unlock magic for Luca and Marley here. And then we are probably going to go through Reptite Layer. Because it is pretty fast, gets us another key item. But we're going to unlock magic for Marley, just in case we have to go through the Prism Shard quest, because that forces Marley into your party. Alright everyone, think magic. So the big reason we're doing this is if we get Luca to have Flare pretty quickly, it is an absurd amount of damage. Oh, I mashed too fast. Marley has no damaging techs in her first 3. Okay. It's actually pretty funny. Granted, Marley only has 2 damaging techs in general. Blackmail drop, okay, that's pretty good. So yeah, totally meant to hit no there, because it's not really a point to doing that battle. Oops. I'll use the MP restore here. Go back to using Magus. Alright, now that we've unlocked the prehistoric ages, we can now just travel there in the epoch as well. Alright, shop. Doesn't have anything super great. Oh wow, we have an instant dig weevil. I think this is too far left to go into one of the secret rooms. Oh, it's far enough down for one of the other ones though. These typically have a little bit higher gear, but it's not guaranteed. And that was not so great. Alright, Robo is not going to be doing anything in the boss fight here. Hyper Ether. Okay, that's worth it. That's a really good item. We'll take those. I need to remember that I actually have some speed tabs. I need to remember to actually go grab another speed tab from 680 next time I'm in the area. Yep, Hyper Ether is a full MP restore. So yeah, you can actually get both of those chests without fighting. We're gonna just casually skip some encounters here. Oh yeah, overworld movement in general, menu movement in general, and the epoch movement have been increased by flags as well for quality of life. Alright, how many speed tabs do I have? Just the one. Goes on Luca. Oh, that's right, the tab changes for power and magic tabs are in this version too. Instead of giving just one, they have a randomized amount that it gives you. So magic tabs are giving 2 instead of 1, and power tabs are giving the minimum 3. That is the new randomized values. But you could get 5 power or 7 power out of power tabs now, and 1, 2, or 3 magic out of magic tabs. Obviously speed tabs still just give 1 because that would be... I could have sworn I used the shelter game. Whoops. I meant to shelter after using the... So here's the not often used area bomb. So Robo will actually get to do something in this fight. Yeah, area bomb's MP cost was lowered. I believe its damage was increased in this version. Because with it being a positional-based tech, it is not very great. Like, there are some uses for it, but it's not the best. see if we have to restore Magus's. Yeah, like, see, I can't even use Area Bomb because Nizbel walks 2 steps to the right. So in that case, I might as well. Okay. He's dead anyway, but... that shows you just how kind of bad that area of effect is. Walk 2 steps to the right. Oh, can't use the ability anymore. Alright, if this is Dreamstone, we have a go mode. Toma's Pop. So, I mean, that's pretty quick. Let's just go get that other speed tab, which is nice. And I'm also realizing I didn't go through Danadora Mountains either. Alright, so we're gonna dump the pop out here. Again, another great case of 90s censorship. So there's a nice soda drinking contest at the fair. There's a soup drinking contest later in the game. There's a guy in the tavern that we talked to earlier who's had too much sugar. Ah, the 90s. Alright, so this Giant's Claw is a pretty quick dungeon. Only has one encounter that you have to get into, and you can run away from it right away. Oh, hello, Magus's ultimate weapon. How are you doing? Man, I wish Magus using anti-life would work to make the Doomsickle stronger, but it's only if his friends are dead. Oh, really? That wasn't enough time? Alright, so that's the only encounter that you have to actually fight. Let's see. Alright, since power tabs aren't 1 anymore, we'll definitely pick those up for the Uzi Punch. Yeah, this is one of the optional side quests at the end of the vanilla game. The boss has been powered down, and some of the enemies have been powered down now too, because you can access this pretty quickly. I'm just going to casually skip some enemies there. We found the Black Rock. Not the one we're... wrong direction for the chest. Not the one we're looking for. We want the Blue Rock. Although Blackrock does let us, if we bring Marley into the party. I completely just forgot about that skip. Just gonna run away from this real quick. Let's see, do I have... I don't think I picked up a Frenzy Band. I will double check. Because a nice quirk about the Tyrannos in this game, the Rust Tyranno and the Black Tyranno, their roar counts as an attack for counterattack purposes. So if you have the Frenzy Band or the Rage Band, let's actually just put better stuff on. You do have the Rage Band. That is gonna go on Magus. Magic Seal there. Yeah. Robo's Ribbon's still good. So this boss fight is, yeah, in a lot of cases, the Rebels end up being a waste of time. Like, they're still good if you, like, absolutely need tech points. I think they give 50 instead of 100. It's been forever since we actually fought one in the rando. If this is like one of your first checks, it could be useful. Yeah, as you saw, like, Magus just got an attack off right away. From the roar there. Alright, let's see how much... I didn't use my power yet. Yeah, look at that. We're already breaking 1,000 damage on Uzi Punch here. Yeah, like this damage race is going to be in our favor very, very heavily. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, I mean, this, like, they kind of set it up that way. You're like, oh cool, like, this thing roared at me, but it's gonna just let me go by, and then all of a sudden, nope. It's like, nope, I see you there. Hero Medal. Alright, well, the Hero Medal lets us open the chest in, it's 10 or 15k. It's either as much as or slightly more than Black Tyranno. Black Tyranno has 10k. Alright, well, we'll see if we get a new here. Alright, no 25% chance on the way in. Yeah, so the Hero Medal lets us open this chest to the left here. What do we get? Bent Sword. Okay. Oh, well, it's super late in the game to have that as my go mode. It is going to actually be faster to do other checks than Forge the Masamune, because Magus's castle is very, very long. As much as that actually being a technical go mode is. Before I forget, again, if you get the Nagab Bromide in the cathedral, you can trade it to this guy. In vanilla, he gives you, it's either a power tab and a magic tab, or just one of them. In the randomizer, he gives you one of each tab, which is absolutely busted. Actually, you don't need to do that. Ooh, tab invest. So while it's not great, super great defensively for Luca, it does give +2 speed. So a lot of times you can end up going for a glass cannon Luca build. Using the tab invest. Ideally you get the tab in suit, because that also gives us speed and is much better. So thankfully you don't have to use fire magic on the Ogans. I actually probably shouldn't be checking these chests. There's not a likelihood of them having anything great for me at this point. And our offense in most things are pretty good. So we can actually just run from this battle too. Now I did notice that one of Luca's last techs learned was Hypno Wave, which normally would be very notable for the first phase of the boss coming up, but I am pretty sure my Uzi Punch is going to one-shot the first phase of the boss. I would be very, very surprised if it didn't. And if you weren't aware, I actually just skipped like 3 or 4 encounters on that screen by running fast. If you actually just walk up a little bit on this screen, you skip a gauntlet of 4 fights for free. There's a lot of really cool encounter skips in this game. And you might not even notice. Alright, so we're gonna not forget to get the speed tab over here. So we have 2 speed tabs to use. Get that hidden chest there. Blue rock? Blue rock? Oh, vanilla gold rock. Fine. If you go through that screen correctly, you'll always get through without getting knocked off. Oh man, 4 power tabs? Yeah, this is gonna be the most disgusting robo you have ever seen. Alright, so the reason I didn't come here earlier is even though there's a lot of encounter skips on Denadora Mountains, the series of 2 boss fights just for 1 key item at the beginning of the game can actually be pretty long. Whereas by waiting, we'll probably one-shot this fight, and yeah, look at that, 1300 damage. Not a big deal.
I do want to remind folks that we are raising money for Save the Children, and we got a couple polls running right now. For the next game that's coming up after this is DJ Hero 2, and you can choose which DJ you want them to play. Right now, Leroy Swish is in the lead with $25, so give that a look over on Tiltify.
Yeah, so as you can see from the damage numbers that we're putting out, like, coming here later has just saved a ton of time. Like, I'm in no danger of dying anyway, because I have enough HP. And yeah, that was 4 actions to kill the boss. Alright. Let's see what we get here. So Dreamstone would be a go mode. Got the jerky. Okay. Alright, so looks like we are going to do Okay, best bet is going to be... give away the jerky. Will give us a high tier item. And let's just get a couple sealed chests here. Before I leave the Middle Ages, let's remember to go and talk to the king. We'll have to go all the way up to his bedside because we didn't clear the Xenon Bridge event, so he is still injured in his bed up here. I can talk to him from this side. Alright, so that sets the flag for the King's Trial event. But you need Marley in your party, because she is the princess. Alright, now that we have that out of the way, we're actually going to prep to just do 2 checks at once here, since we have access to both prehistory and the future. We're gonna charge the Moonstone ahead of time here. So you, grabbing the chests, or like, it doesn't even give you the option to refuse to grab the chests anymore. They're just separate randomizations for the black chests. Alright, now that we have the Sunstone, we go to 1080, pick up our high tier item from the turning in the jerky. Haste helm? Vigil hat's fine too. Not the greatest thing there, but... Oh yeah, like, as I just did, you can grab them in both arrows. Yeah, you don't have to go to the 1080 one first, and then go back to the other one. Alright. So, thankfully this side quest isn't too terribly long. It's more just annoying because there's some cutscenes and it is character restricted, plus a key item. Though being able to have the Prism Shard and the Moonstone ahead of time lets me just prep the Sunstone. At least, like, some of the scene is shortened here, but... I'm kind of sad that the cutscene here for these Nashers is not here. Those Nashers are named Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, so at least like most of the text here has been removed, which makes this so much faster. I mean, I guess they're kind of in a dungeon-ish thing, but they sure aren't dragging. Oh, hi, Terra Arm. Okay, so remember those 1300 damage Uzi punches that we were doing? Get ready for some absurd numbers. Ooh, gold stud. Jeez Louise. That's a really good accessory. I actually completely missed what I just got there. And yes, the gold stud quarters MP consumption. Oh, I don't think it got... Okay, whatever it is doesn't actually get added in my inventory till afterward. Ah, I was a little slow. Yeah, did anyone catch what that key item that I got was? It's one of those mashed too fast to read what it was.
I missed it as well.
I mean, it can only be one of a couple things, so... Oh, thanks, Inquirial. Grand Leon. Well, it's a good thing I prepped the Sunstone, then. So the Grand Leon has actually been added as a key item into this new version of the Randomizer instead of the Tools item. Still unlocks the fixing the ruins like the Tools does, but it lets you just have the upgraded Masamune as an item. Feels a lot less bad to get than just the tools with nothing. Alright, let's see how much the Zuzi Punch does. Nothing, because it missed. Great job, Robo. I should have actually used a heal on Luca. $1,600 damage. No big deal, right? That's the power of the Terra Arm. Whoops, I matched too fast. Need ether on the... I actually did not put the gold stud on anybody. So I forgot. That's fine. I'm gonna have to menu before other things anyway. Alright, everyone should live through this, and if Marley dies, whatever. Yeah, that was like no damage. Alright. If the play would have been to go through Magus's castle to actually get to Mount Woe earlier. I don't know, the second piece of the Masamune was a little out of the way too, though, so I don't know. This has been a weird distribution of key items, and one of the reasons I made the estimate so high. Because a lot of times, most of us racers who've been super comfortable with the randomizer and a lot of the skips, we can get about 2 hours pretty consistently, sometimes less. But with all the cases of key items being all the way around, there's not much you can do about that one sometimes. And then I also did a generous estimate in case Lavos is my go mode and he decided to be a jerk. Because he can just decide you die. Okay, there's the Dreamstone. Alright. So, that is our go mode. Oh, fast menuing on that character switch is not great sometimes. I'm actually probably fine on level for Lavos. So I'm gonna be cheeky, though. I actually don't think Omega Flare would be more powerful than doing other things. Okay. Doesn't matter. Rock wasn't here anyway. Because just with how much damage the Uzi Punch is doing. Alright, let's take our free heal here. There is one... I do have one more chance at it. I won't be able to get the one in Black Omen. But there is one in the Kingdom of Zeal. I actually should see if Luke is going to be getting Flare here. I should actually get Flare before... Wow. Nope. Alright, she may not have Flare before the end. Well, she will have Flare, but... Well, unless my level's fine, then I probably won't grind on the... grind before the elevator. So, I love the music in this area, and I love that they made the decision to not interrupt the music when you get into a battle. So this music just constantly plays. Alright, let's see how many skips we can get. There's one. I'm just going to do the easy setup here. Oh, that's right, I go down. Down first there. Actually been a little while since I've had to go through Tyranno layer. Oh yeah, Mitsuda did amazing work on the soundtrack to this, for sure. Okay, so that's the one bad thing about missing that first skip here, is you end up getting so many fights. Just with the way all those triggers are laid out. Alright, we will get the one there. Is the right. For whatever reason, that switch changes between it being here and the... Alright, got that encounter skip. I mean, so the power level of it is pretty good, but yeah, kind of where the key items are, were not so great. And unfortunately, Robo's not going to be able to do much against Nizbel here. And I totally forgot to put the gold stud on somebody. Yeah, no, that just sounds disgusting. Yeah, I mean, kind of the problems with the seed aren't... It's just where the key items landed. It's just making it a little bit longer. Which isn't the biggest problems. Alright, we will have no issues whatsoever beating... Oh, I went up a little too early there. We'll have no issues beating the Black Tyranno here. Because again, our Uzi punches are probably going to deal 1500 damage. Yeah, that amulet drop is really nice to see. I actually wanted to use that save point. I'm so used to not needing the save point because I just used the one. And I'm so used to doing Giant's Claw. Yeah, that amulet. I now have... Yeah, I now will have status protection on 3 people for Lavos, which will be very, very, very good. So that's just one of the biggest problems with Lavos, is he can decide to just kill you. Alright, gold stud there. I don't think I have any tabs, don't... Cool. Not gonna worry about elemental protection. So, obstacle is usually not too bad of a problem, because it's only one set status effect. Lavos 3, if he casts spell, is where big issues can be. That's completely random status. Alright, what element is Black Tyranno today? Shadow. Yeah, Black Tyranno actually has his element randomized. Yep. Spell is basically Grand Cross, if you're familiar with that from Final Fantasy V. Or Bad Breath. It's probably the more known status effect. Yeah, we're gonna have no problem getting through the 10k HP here. When our Uzi punches are doing 1600. Yeah, I remember a clip of endgame of a Nemesis percent run in Final Fantasy X. You know, 22 hours in, beat Nemesis and everything. It's going to the final boss, which, you know, is a cakewalk, especially when you're that, you know, overtuned. And gets back attacked by a Great Marlboro, Bad Breath. His party just kills themselves. Just like, well, I guess that happened. Yeah, easy peasy fight here. Another Hyper Ether drop is great.
Folks, I do want to remind you that, well, first off, thank you for tuning in to NASA 2021. Really appreciate that. We're raising money for Save the Children, which is a fund that helps, you know, save the children. The name is in the mission. Anything that you can lend to us or donate to us is really great. If we could push up to $300, at $100, we can supply the shelter and essential supplies to a family in crisis that they need to survive. So anything you can give, super appreciate that.
Alright, so all we have now is we're going to do a little bit of shopping. We're about to have access to two of the best shops in the game, which are the new shops. Let's see, I still don't have player. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for the rock. As much as I want to. With my luck, it'd be on the Black Omen anyway. But now we get some of the best ambient music in the game. Get a speed tab here. Yeah, knowing where your speed tabs are super important. Alright, finally we have some mid-ethers for sale. I'm gonna see what the other shop has first. Elixirs, ooh, Mega Elixir. Well, what can we sell? We can sell a lot. Alright, we'll buy a couple Mega Elixirs for some safety here. We already have status protection. So we're going to dump the rest of our money on mid-ethers here. That'll set us up for the rest of the game here.
Real quick, just want to say thanks Speed Souls for the raid, and hello friends. We are raising money for Save the Children. If you do have any anything you could donate, would be super appreciated. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, so unfortunately we won't hear one of my favorite tracks in the game, which is, of course, the Battle with Magus theme. But we will hear probably my second favorite track, which is World Revolution. Okay, what do I have for this puzzle boss? Okay, we have a couple shadow. Okay, one dark mail. Oh, we have 4 black mails. There we go, perfect. That's right, things were just dropping those like candy. There we go. Because why would we solve the puzzle of a puzzle boss when we can cheese it? Bad. So Golem is one of the other puzzle bosses in the game, where whatever element you used against him, he'll use against you. So the actual solution in the game is if you set him to water or fire, he uses a single target skill first. So you can keep alternating him between fire and water and healing. The more fun way to do it is to just put absorption on and make sure to end with that element, and then he just heals you. Let's see, I should see... Maybe we'll put Isla in my party a little bit and grind her, see if I can get Dino Tail. Because the elevator is awful. It is awful, awful, awful. Well, rather, one of the encounters on the elevator on the way down. The Black Omen is... is a fight of 2 of each of the Scouters, which counter magic that isn't theirs. I don't need a 5th blackmail game. Alright, so if you ever need to grind, which we actually do need to grind a little bit, we're a little low on levels. This is the place to do it. This encounter is worth think it's 8,600 XP and 80 tech points, which is absurd. 2,600. Previous versions, you were actually, due to a quirk, guaranteed to get ethers from the mages, so you could always continually grind here. That was fixed in this version, which is nice. It looks like we got mid-ethers as a drop, though, which is even more hilarious in this seed. So we're gonna level up a little bit. And the other important thing this does is it gets us closer to getting Flare on Luca. Oh, there's Flare. Cool. Level 28, so a little bit more. But yeah, the reason this is one of the best grind spots is if you have a good enough damage AoE, you one-shot the encounter, you can reset the room very quickly, and it is worth just a ton of experience. Other good grind spots early in the game are the first encounter with the birds and the goblins in Danadora Mountains that I skipped since I went there so late. That's a great source of experience early in the game. And then the Weevil fight right when you enter Reptite Lair is one of the other really good grind fights. Like, those three spots are the typical ones used. And then if you have the other spot in the future is the conveyor belts in Geno Dome. That one's not a bad grind spot, but it's a little bit of a commitment because it's 5 battles that you're forced into all in a row. So once you start it, you're fighting 5 battles. Level 29, we'll fight one more battle. Just for some safety here. Because Magus and Luca, while they can do a lot of damage, they cannot take very much damage. Which is, as you can imagine, a big problem. Alright, so we got another level up. You can actually make it under all of those. You can run under all of them, but that's very unlucky. You can also just walk under them, but it's... I don't know if that's actually faster than just running from the battle when you get it. Yeah, thankfully you can just run from, like, all of these fights. Oh, I hate when it does this. Come on, summon your other 2. Thank you. I don't know why it hangs there sometimes. Alright, at least like the cutscenes here were taken out too. Alright, time for the elevator without Frog or Marley. Or Alo. Frog or Alo. Because if you have Frog Squash or Dino Tail, those are both non-elemental AoEs. That, with low enough health on those casters, will deal the 200 damage to kill the scouters. So it's like the first two fights here aren't an issue. The third fight takes forever. Actually going to make use of Robo's shock spell here. Set Luca up on Flare on the memory character. Save some time later. Yeah, so this fight is the one that can take a long time if you don't have single target elements or AoE non-elemental skills, of which there are pretty much the two. Well, the two main ones that are used here. Because Falcon hit's the other one, and if you have Falcon hit, you probably have Dino Tail anyway, which is just the faster one to use. So the good news is we can at least use fire to deal with the red ones quickly. Use some single target physicals to deal with the blue ones, and then we do have strong AoE lightning damage, so it's not the worst in the world. I've had much worse setups for that Scouter fight. Noticed I've gotten a lot of elixir drops, which is fantastic. Alright, let's see if we can get these skips. The way in is easy. Ah, it's starting to get out. And these fights are the same setup, but thankfully we could run from these. Alright, let's see if we can get the other one. As I don't even set up for the on the way in, whatever. Sometimes just getting through the room is the better thing to do anyway. Alright, now for the Puzzle Boss Part 2. This time there's two of them. Oh, that was a speed belt. We're gonna slap that right on Luca for this. Yeah, we'll just use a shelter here. So, in the previous version, you always got a silver stud drop from the Golem Twins, and you could always charm a rainbow from the Golem Twins. They fixed that, which is good. It was a little silly that you could just get a guaranteed silver stud, and if you had Isla with Charm here, guaranteed Chrono's best weapon. So once again, we're gonna just use the same strats here. Make sure we just absorb everything so we're healed up from the double burst. Oh, I should have let them go again. This could end up being a little awkward. Okay, second golem twin win. The golems are actually surprisingly very fast. So sometimes it's better to just let them wait, or better to wait to just let them do their actions so they don't go in between a couple of your characters going. Alright, pretty clean and quick fight. Hopefully Luca doesn't die there. Okay, good. Okay. I guess I get to keep the gold stud on Magus, because his best helmet just dropped there. Which is absolutely an absurd piece of equipment. Yeah, it protects your status, and on top of that, who has the Vigil Home? Smiley does. Smiley does not need that. On top of that, it gives you +1 speed, which is just absurd. What am I doing? We have Keel Beam. That's why we gave Robar magic tabs earlier. So since we ran out of shelters, we have to heal up the old-fashioned way. Alright, then here we go with the final gauntlet. Yeah. Like, it's very tempting to give your magic tabs to, you know, Luca or Magus. But it turns out each point of magic only makes you deal about 40 more damage. Whereas the extra healing on, say, Frog or Robo can end up being much more important. Okay, we actually have a decent amount of HP for Phase 2 boomerangs. Alright, we're probably just, yeah, we're definitely just gonna go damage race here. Yeah, 1800 damage from Uzi Punch. That's absurd. That almost kills the left bit in one action. Alright, we won't find out what random status obstacle is on this seed, because we have full status protection. But that's fine. Obstacle normally casts chaos, does damage, and inflicts chaos on your party. In the randomizer, between each seed, it is set to be a different... different status. So if you get something like poison, it's not the biggest deal. If you get slow, not necessarily the biggest deal. I might have to use a lapis here. Nope, there we go. I was about to say I should just have the damage to just kill him. But every instance of obstacle throughout the seed will be the same. But I do like that they randomized it so you don't know... Again, what am I doing? I have heal beam. That's just going to be faster. Alright, save for safety. And now we get to hear one of my favorite tracks in the game, World Revolution. Yep, and this is why we're saving for, save for safety. Because Phase 2 and Phase 3 of Lavos can just decide you die. Alright, hopefully we skip the boomerangs. That's the biggest threat that Lavos 2 does, because especially against your squishier mages, they can end up just one-shotting them. Okay, well, we skipped the boomerang. Alright, now Robo can get... Yeah, Evil Emanation puts this battle on a timer. But the boomerangs, when you're at level 30-ish, on squishy people, will deal roughly 400 to 500 damage, which has the potential to one-shot Luca, Magus, or Marley. Sometimes even Frog. So if you don't kill one of the arms in time, what's the status of that? Sleep. I don't like that. He'll get to use a set of boomerangs from each arm, which can just wipe you. Like, yeah, so thankfully we had some status protection, like triple sleep would have been over. You can use a napalm, that's fine. Most of the damage is coming from Robo, actually. Yeah, and triple stop is just the worst thing you can ever see. Yeah, so I okay, that's a Nova armor. Well, if I get the menu glitch, Robo's gonna have some sweet armor. It's the best armor in the game, casually dropping. I actually don't think Omega Flare would be doing more damage than me doing things separately. And that's just because I have the power tabs on Robo plus the sunshades. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so if you hold the menu button on a correct frame window, you can just casually go and heal up, change equipment. Actually, we'll give the Nova armor to Magus here. I think that's fine. Bullet vest is fine. Actually, we'll give Robo a weight vest. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, what strats do I want to do? I'm just gonna kill the center bit. That's definitely gonna be the safest plan here. Okay, 18. My God. Did somebody order damage? Anybody? Yeah, I don't think Omega Flare would be beating this. Okay, Magus is probably gonna full tonic himself if he doesn't die. Robo can... Well, actually, Robo will have a single target, so that's fine. Now there's the spell. Okay, what is it? What did Magus get hit with? Sleep. Again, I don't like that. Okay, center bit down. Full tonic, Luca, Hyper Ether, Robo, and prepare. Can you stop doing damage to me so I can just do damage? This is where center bit strats are a little awkward with Magus. We're not going to use anti-life quite yet, but we will make use of it. Okay, so now that the center bit is back, now we can use Dark Matter. Haven't been fully counting damage here, but that's fine. If Magus dies, he dies. That's fine. Feels harsh to say about my favorite character, but you know, it's kind of true. Yeah, it's the vanilla total. Got reduced to 20k. Oh, bye, Magus. He still hasn't raised his defense, so I'm just gonna keep going. I have to be close. Okay. Well. Well. And this is why we save. Like I said, he can just decide you die. Yeah, I could have maybe... I don't know, maybe I was supposed to throw a shock in there on one turn from Robo. Get the center bit dead. Center bit is just the most dangerous part of Final Lavos. Okay, Lucas should be on flare. Yep.
Well, let me take a minute to let people know that we have 2 new incentives that have opened up. These ones are taking place tomorrow. First one is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. You can add all golds and golds. Goals and golds. Run. The second one is Dark Souls, and you can choose the ending choice, either the Dark Lord or Link the Fire.
Still really don't like that obstacle sleep. It's a little annoying. Like, if it's poison, I'll just take the damage reduction a little bit. Whatever. It would also be kind of nice if Luca could equip the Nova armor, but unfortunately that is not something that she can equip. Yep, males only. I mean, the ladies get a super sweet equipment in the form of prism dress, but... Alright, hopefully we just avoid the grandstone. That'd be nice. Oh, I missed it. Well, it is a good thing that we have Mega Elixirs. Okay, got the menu in quick enough. Yeah, I was a little early on my input. Spell, poison, whatever. Oh. That was awkward timing. That's like, thanks for attacking beforehand, but I forgot that Magus is one of the ones actually hurt. Gonna have to heal beam this too. This is why Lavo sucks. He can just take so many turns. Okay. Center bit's dead. Hopefully Luca lives through that. Nope. That's MP drain. Little awkward, but okay, super awkward. Just didn't even show that the defense got lowered. We're still fine. Just sucks. Alright, hopefully this kills... or doesn't kill the center bit. Okay, good. Full tonic Luca. Uzi punch the center bit. Well, that was rude. Can you not? I don't really want to use the Mega Elixir here, but I think I have to with that series of events. That double slap was just... incredibly rude. Alright. Oh, it has its defense up. Okay. Now it doesn't. I think we're just gonna hold Magus's turn in case here. Okay, 3,000. That was the wrong. That was the wrong target. Okay, 41. $55. $72. Hopefully that doesn't kill the center bit. So we'll have to pick Magus up. Okay. Yeah, Gold Stud is one of the best accessories. Amulet is probably top tier. Gold Earring is probably next. 10k. Halfway there. $11,800. $13,000. There we go. That is time. Yeah, it can take a while. I ended up playing it slow and safe because it started getting off the rails there. Oh. But yeah, that is why I made the estimate the way I did, because Lavos can just be an absolute jerk. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is a fantastic randomizer, especially if you love the base game. For the most part, it is very similar to the base game. Not too much has changed besides it being open world and you having access to the epoch right away. But yeah, shoutouts to Inquirel, who's in chat there, Niski, just all the people who worked on it, the fantastic community. There's just a lot of cool community members. We have asyncs every week, weekly races. Sometimes we'll have pickup races. We just finished a tournament, and we have this new version of the randomizer. Some of the other cool modes that we have now.
It's like logged in.
We have Chrono Sanity, which is kind of similar to Key Sanity in Legend of Zelda, where key items can be found in random chests. And then there is a boss randomization as well, where bosses, so mostly the single bosses currently, get shuffled between their spots, including some that you don't see otherwise in the randomizer, like Dalton Plus and Super Flea, Super Slash. Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun. Hope everyone enjoyed. Take a look at the randomizer.
Great stuff. Thanks, Janice. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, awesome Chrono Trigger run. We're going to be firing up some marbles real quick. Wait, I'm trying to do marbles. What's happening? All right, y'all. Lurk Chance signing out here. You're gonna be getting Niglaria. He's gonna be running marbles and everything for you in the next couple hours. So take care. See you later. Donate some more.
Marbles on this side. This is the first time I played marbles on this end of the stream, so thanks for putting up with all my bullshit. Seems to be locked. That's not good. All right. I think I'm getting the marble stuff. Still. Having trouble setting up marbles here. And I'm not sure what's wrong. Seven minutes. So yeah, I can't get marbles to work. I'm not sure why. Guess in the meantime, hello, I am Nagleria. I'll be hosting the next while. Unfortunately, NASA 2021 is not in person for you know, the obvious reasons, but you know, online can still be fun.
And how are we going to make online fun?
Well, streaming games, marbles, if we can get it working, is a lot of fun.
Oh, I love marbles.
So the idea to have like a setup of Clue on the side,
Now that's an idea that I like.
have like donations for what to guess, just turn one, instantly guess.
Ooh, donations play Clue. That's a sick idea.
I gave that idea for like GDQ back in like 2014 or whatever, then it never caught on.
That's our idea now. It's cool. We're gonna show just how great of an idea it is, and then literally every marathon after this is gonna copy it. Now, Naglaria, as a seasoned veteran of watching speedruns, what would you say has been the best run of the event so far?
Woke up,
Nice.
so I guess the tail end of Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, honestly, that was a very good portion as well. Game gets crazy at the end. Parts that I saw were very, very interesting, especially that elevator part. Just something about the vibe of it was very interesting.
Plus, for a randomizer in a game that's already like you're going all over the place through time and through across the planet, adds a lot of flying around to it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So we're about to get started with the next run. But before we do, we're just gonna do a little showcase of an exciting marathon coming up, known as the Gamer House Marathon, run by a couple cool people. So let's get into that real quick.